Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. In today's video we're going to talk about a specific point. When we launched the channel we said that we have two objectives in mind. The first is related to the grammatical points that we wanted to discuss, and the second point is the specific one that is also divided into two. First of all, we said that we're going to try to help teachers grow professionally, and the second is for the students. So we had a lesson for teachers and professional development. We defined it, the types of professional development, the benefits, and then we focus on one professional development. So in today's lesson, normally it should be for the students who are willing to write their papers, but we are going to explain something. Yeah, we said that for the student we're going to analyze documents came from myself. So I didn't start explaining because the one of the documents that I wanted to explain was under review. So it was released yesterday, August 7th, so 2024. Now the document is available online. Before, I didn't want to use it. I didn't want to disclose the findings of the paper. So this is an article that I wrote. Sorry, I have written this article based on some experience that are going to explain in this video. Those points, unfortunately, they are not in the article. In the manuscript that I wrote at the first time, I explain all those reasons. But because of the policy of the journal who decided to publish the document, I have to get rid of many stuff. Those who will have their hands on the article will discover, especially those who are familiar to research, they discover that there is even a whole chapter that is missing in the article. This is what you call the review of literature. The journal, they don't want the literature, so they ask people to cut off some of the parts of that. That's why the reason that pushed me to conduct the research are not in there. So I would like to explain those ideas. I would like to explain the reason that the rationale behind me conducting this research, and up to the article that is published online. It is available. It was published by the Journal of Classroom Action Research. So this article is based on various reasons. First of all, I remember some years back I was teaching in a school. Then there is a conseiller pedagogic, an advisor. She's from Niamey, and those who are in Niamey must know her. You must meet her, maybe, I don't know. But those English teachers who are really in Niamey must meet her. So at that time, she came to collect data. It's later on that I discovered that she was collecting data for a research for her PhD. She's doing PhD at university. So when she sent some of the students of NS for the practicum. So they were following one of my classes. So when she came, she observed the teaching. Then we come to discuss. Then she explained. She said, I'm quoting her exactly what she said. That at that time she said, in Niger, students are unable to speak the English language because of teachers who are teaching on different methods, on methods different from the communicative language teaching method. We know that normally the curriculum in Niger, when it was developed, or the method on which the materials were developed, is communicative language teaching. Normally, any teacher who would like to teach English in Niger should, normally, any teacher who would like to teach English in Niger should base his teaching, English I'm saying, on communicative language teaching method. But if we go underground, if we go to see what is happening, it is different. So she told me that students are unable to speak the English language because we teachers, we are not using the communicative language method. That's what she said. Then after, she told me that she was conducting, or she's still conducting, as far as I know, she is conducting a research for her PhD on communicative language teaching. Then at that time, I had the desire, when she told me, for me, already her findings are going to bias, because she already knew the problem. So if you know the problem, you shouldn't seek for the problem again. You have to conduct a research that may bring solution to this problem. So at that time, I have already started my master's. I was on the 3rd chapter. So I had the intention, as soon as I finish my master's thesis, I'm going to conduct a research to replicate to her study. If you say to replicate to a study, that means there is someone who conducts a research. You're going to use the same criteria. For example, someone may conduct a research in Japan, for example. Then I say I'm going to conduct the same research using the same criteria, the same techniques in Niger, to see the differences or how it's going. So I said, for my PhD thesis, I'm going to replicate. So that lady, at that time, she blamed everything on the teachers. For her, the problem that we are facing in our English classes is linked to the teachers who are using other methods. So for me, these are not the reason, because I'm going to explain some of the reasons. Okay, this is what she told me. Then I said her study is not, for me, there is subjectivity in her research, because already she has the answer. So why is she conducting the research? So I said I'm going to replicate, because at that time I have the burning desire to show her that she is wrong. Okay, the problem is, I'm not saying teachers do not have problem, but all the problems shouldn't be blamed on the teachers. I agree. Everybody is a shareholder, to borrow the word from businessmen. Donc, nous sommes d'accord que le système éducatif nigérien a un problème. Mais on ne devrait pas dire que tous les problèmes sont les enseignants. Tout un chacun a sa part de responsabilité, nous sommes d'accord. L'enseignant, il a sa part de responsabilité dans le système éducatif. L'élève a sa part de responsabilité. Le parent d'élève a sa part le président de la République a sa part de responsabilité. Le ministre a sa part de responsabilité. Le juge, tout un chacun, que ce soit proviseur, fondateur et surveillant, censeur, tout un chacun a sa part. Nous sommes tous actionnaires, pour emprunter le mot de businessman. Donc, ils disent tout le monde est actionnaire, donc chacun a sa part de responsabilité. Donc, cette dame-là, cette conseillère pédagogique qui est actuellement à Niamey 1, elle est en train de faire une recherche pour son doctorat. Donc, une année, elle est venue, elle a dit que les élèves au Niger ne peuvent pas parler l'anglais, parce que les enseignants sont en train d'utiliser des autres méthodes différentes de Communicative Language Teaching. Nous savons que la méthode qui a été adoptée pour enseigner l'anglais au Niger, c'est Communicative Language Teaching. C'est ça, CLT. Donc, elle a dit, elle est en train de faire des recherches sur ça. Donc, pour moi, ce qu'elle a fait, il y a des subjectivités dans sa recherche, parce que elle déjà, elle a l'idée, pour elle, tout ce qui se passe, les problèmes sur les enseignants. Donc, elle ne devrait pas faire ça. Déjà, elle connaît la réponse. Pourquoi elle est en train de faire la recherche? À ce moment, j'ai dit que je vais répliquer à sa recherche. Parce que dès que j'ai fini mon master, je vais faire une recherche pour faire contre-attaque à ce qu'elle a dit, pour lui montrer que ce qu'elle a dit, ce n'est pas les enseignants seulement qui sont le problème, tout un chacun a sa part de responsabilité, comme je viens de le dire. Okay? So that's the problem. She told me that students could not speak English because teachers are not using communicative language teaching. This is the first reason. So I said I'm going to replicate to her style. The same year, the second reason in this group, because the reasons are divided into three. I have three groups of reasons. The first group has sub-parts. The second reason in the first group is that at my master's level, we are grouped together. We are asked to make research for presentation. During this presentation, my group were assigned to work on a method or an issue that is happening in our classes that are code switching from French to English. While teaching the English language, the teachers, they use the French language. So at that time, I discovered that we have two groups of scholars. Some, they declare that it is good to use other languages in order to convey meaning. Others say no, you couldn't use. And there are many reasons that they say. This is the second reason. The third one, the same year, I met a lady. She was doing first year English department. It was the same day I went to submit my methodology chapter to my supervisor. She was sitting with her friends in front of the office of my supervisor. So she was complaining about a teacher, a lecturer at university, at the English department, who is supposed to teach them English, but he is explaining all the classes at the English at university in French. So she was complaining. Then I said, wait a minute. This is an issue that I had with that supervisor. I discovered what the scholars, and here in reality, there is a student who is considering it as a problem. So that lady, for my research, I wanted to have her as my participant, but unfortunately, I do not know her. I couldn't meet her. And in the same group, the third one is when I conducted my research, it was the question I asked was, or the purpose is, what are the challenges of implementing lesson study in the Nigerian EFL classroom? During this research, I come across that my participant was saying, no, we shouldn't use other languages to teach English. So based on those, I say, okay, I'm going to conduct research. I'm not going to wait 4 years or 5 years in order to replicate to that lady. I said I'm going to conduct and publish an article. That's why the first idea came from me conducting this research, because I'm going to talk about the article that I entitled Delving into the University Student Perceptions of Instructors Code Switching. This is the title that I gave to the article. It is published. Okay, the article was published yesterday, August the 7th, 2024. The article, it is online now. Everybody can find as soon as you have the link. So I entitled the article, I said, delve into the university student perception of instructors code switching, a case of Abdul University English department specifically. So I collect the data. This is based on those issues I decided to collect it. The second group of the reasons that pushed me to conduct this research is that I said the instructions, the teachers who are teaching English, they do not conduct what we call need analysis. The researchers, they do not conduct need analysis. Already we know that, as I said in one of the videos in our professional development classes, in Niger, teachers, especially secondary school teachers, rarely conduct researches. They rarely investigate. We said it, and it is worth repeating. In Niger, teachers rarely conduct research to see what is happening in their classroom. What are the issues that they are facing in the learner's learning? So this is the second reason, because instructors and researchers do not conduct need analysis to see why students are involved in learning the language. They just students register for the language, but they don't ask themselves why are they here. As some of my participants explain in the article, those who will have hands on will see it. They do not ask themselves why those people are interested in learning the English language. So we would like to raise their awareness. We would like them to understand that you shouldn't come and teach whatever you want, however you want. You have to understand what are the reasons behind those students taking those classes. Because of that, we would like to raise awareness of both teachers and researchers to conduct research, to understand the issues, to understand all what is happening. Then the third reason is, we said that, yes, we agree the curriculum was developed on communicative language teaching method. This is the method developed by the policymaker, the administration. But the problem is, first of all, the teachers themselves, the instructors themselves, they are not, or few of them are trained on implementing this method. I know few of the teachers know what is communicative language teaching. You can take 100% or 90% of the teachers who are teaching English in Niger do not know what is communicative language teaching method. So they do not, how could they teach based on that? This is the first reason in this group. The second is, we all know the way they are testing the student, the examination, it is not correct. Student, you said you are implementing your curriculum, your objectives on communicative language teaching method, but at the same time you evaluate the student on different methods. So the teachers, the instructors are forced to use other methods in order to achieve their goals, that is, to pass the exam. So if you would like them to use the communicative language teaching, the examination should be based on those methods. So because of that, we said it could not be. It could not be possible, because the teacher is going to find it useless to teach on a method based on which the students are not going to be assessed, because the outcome, the result, is not going to be as it's supposed to be. So based on that, we decided to conduct the research. So this research is based on some personal experiences. We said teachers are, first of all, they are not conducting need analysis. In Niger, teachers, they don't take the book, they go, they teach whatever they want, however they want, or whichever they want. Because of that, the teaching could not be as it is supposed to be. So we would like to raise teachers' awareness. That's why we have a class called Professional Development. Those who have not subscribed yet could check on it. We have already talked about a lesson on professional how to help teachers to investigate, to understand challenges that are happening in their classes. We said researchers, teachers, they do not conduct need analysis to understand the rationale behind the student being enriched in those classes. Second, the three scenarios that we explain push us to conduct this research. So this follow-up video is to explain, because those reasons are not in the article. The manuscript that we sent to the journal, they asked to remove some of the stuff. So we're going to analyze the article from the abstract to the end for students who would like to write their thesis, in order to understand what should be included in each chapter. So we're going to talk about chapter by chapter, from the abstract up to the end of the article. We're going to help them understand how to do all this stuff. So please follow, comment, subscribe, and share. This is to help people to understand that issues are happening in our classroom. So we conduct this research to see whether the student, they believe, they agree, they are of the opinion to be taught in other languages in English class. That's what we did it. So teachers, you have to question yourself. It is necessary to understand this issue and take action. So in the videos that are going to come, we're going to explain, and we're going to put the link of the article. It is online, free of charge. All what you need to put your connection, you follow the link, you're going to see the article, you download it free of charge. So you're going to have access to the article, you're going to read it, understand what is in, and take action in order to grow, to develop. This is what we would like to explain in this video. Next time we're going to start with the article.